Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm really excited to be sharing one of Kanile'a's um, flagship models from 2020, the wonderful year of 2020. So this is one of the beautiful things that came out that year. This is their 2020 Platinum series that they've been doing for quite a few years, and every year, pretty much in the beginning of the year, they unveil their new flagship super premium ukulele that where they feature. Some new design aesthetically or something on the internal side where they tried to alter the sound, or like on this one they featured the new D-shaped sound hole that's off on the side. But essentially, their flagship model every year, they try to create something new and exciting. And this is what they unveiled in the 2020 year. Now, what's really special too about this one is that this one is number three of 50, I believe, that they made. So this is a very limited series. It's very low on the number list. And this one has really beautiful master grade koa, as Kanile'a likes to grade their woods from regular all the way up to the master grade, the highest grade wood that you can put on the ukulele. So let's jump right into it. So this is a super tenor size custom, and super tenor meaning that the lower bout over here is wider than a traditional bout of a tenor size. So it's almost like a hybrid between a tenor and a baritone size. So when I hold it, you can feel it's meatier on the bottom, but more traditional here on the top of the upper bout. So this is a super tenor size. With that, you get more, I feel, more of a low end response. You do get a bigger sound because you have more body, more space for the sound to reverberate in the instrument. But yeah, you get that lower frequency sound, bigger sound with the bigger bout here on the bottom. So on the front of the instrument, beautiful master grade Hawaiian curly koa with the beautiful sapwood here right in the center. And this was one of their designs that they came out with to help describe this ukulele and what's special about it. You can go ahead and check that out more in the description. But very beautiful stuff. It's inlaid with beach sand, Kailua beach sand, all with these beautiful designs right here in the front. And then you notice this little scallop or scoop cutaway. This is made with pheasant wood. So if you want to play all the way up here, your hand can rest there. You can do your business all the way up in the scary part of the fretboard, pretty much anything past the 12th fret. Here, moving on to the sides, again, beautiful master grade Hawaiian curly koa, and then even more so here on the back, very striking, nice black strips of the koa, and you get some of that white sapwood here in the middle. But I mean, pretty much every shade of koa is on this back piece. And it's really quite beautiful. And aesthetically, it's paired with flame maple here as the binding on the back and the front of the instrument. We have a slight side oval sound port here on the side of the instrument. And then again, more of that maple binding on the front of the instrument. We have more sand, a triple layer or three lines of the sand perforating here around the D-shaped sound hole, as well as the pheasant wood that's more of the backdrop in which the sand is placed on top of. We have an ebony bridge with the pin bridge right here, ebony fretboard, ebony slotted crown headstock from Kanile'a, and this is the old school Kanile'a logo. Nowadays they have more a K with sand or pau abalone shell or whatever design they're using, but this used to be the old school Kanile'a logo. And then we have here on the sides the Goto stealth tuners in the gun metallic color with a smaller footprint, so it's very small. It's not making, it's not taking up that much space on an instrument, and it works really nicely with this thin slotted crown shaped headstock. Satin finish, mahogany neck. And you just got, again, really quite a beautiful instrument. And one last thing I want to mention was this arm bevel right here on the side made with the same pheasant wood. So when you rest your forearm here on the instrument and you're playing for 10 minutes to 3 hours to 5 hours, if you love playing that much, it makes it really comfortable to go ahead and rest your hand to play on the instrument. Now going into sound, for me personally, I've always been a very big fan of the D-shaped sound hole. And I think it really changes the sound compared to just having like a traditional sound hole on the instrument. So whenever I pick up a Kanile'a ukulele and I play a traditional one with the sound hole versus I play like a D-shape, I notice that this D-shape brings more of a low end response. And it also helps too that it has the bigger lower bout as well because it's a super tenor. But I've noticed that the D-shape adds more of the bottom end, so you get more low end response. So you get more of a meatier sound, you get more of the depth, more depth in the instrument, But Kanile'a's, to my sound, to my ears, always has a nice bright kind of sound to it, like a happy sound to the instrument. So when I play this instrument, you get that nice bright high and mid-range kind of sound on the bottom two strings. But when I play the low G and the top two strings, you can feel and hear the low end response, especially when I just pluck the top two strings. I can feel the instrument on the back vibrating against my body, and it's still ringing as I'm talking. But then the bottom two string, that typical Kanile'a sound, very bright. So when you pair all of it together, you get a nice mid-range sound, you get the brightness from the E and the A strings, but then you get that nice, beautiful low-end response from the top two strings. So very well-balanced instrument, very clean. Again, I can feel the low-end response. It's really nice. But it's not boomy, because typically when you have a lot of low-end response, it can sound really thumpy and like kind of like you're almost like you can hear that thumpiness sounding. But this is balanced out with the mids and the highs, so it's a clean kind of low end. So it's not like a pum pum, but more you just get that beautiful sustain like that without it sounding harsh when you're plucking the top two strings. So overall, just a really beautiful instruments. These are some of my absolute favorite models from Kanile'a, because they make a lot of different types of ukuleles. So I've always been a fan of not only their D-shape, but also, of course, their platinum models. It's some of the best instruments you can get, not only from Kanile'a, but really on the world stage. These platinums are really, really up there. So I'll go ahead and play a sound sample for you guys, and I hope you folks enjoy it. Here we go. And here's what this instrument will sound like with a little bit of strumming. Here we go.